Okay, week 18 is fastly approaching, and whenever you have the number one seed in your conference, you already clinched up your division weeks ago. Okay, you most likely got the MVP candidate in the bag. All right, you have injuries, okay, on your team that you need guys to get healthy from. You have COVID things going on. You got, you know, guys who have been playing hurt and all those kind of things. So usually a team like this with the best record in football and the number one seed would be thinking to rest some starters, especially because this last game literally has no implications on their seeding. They could lose this game by 100 points to the Lions, and as much as that would suck, they'd still be the number one seed, and they still had that first round bye, and it would change nothing, except for there would be a lot of angry Packers fans. That's for damn sure, and a lot of happy Detroit fans. But I digress. LaFleur was asked about Coach LaFleur. Let me put some respect on this man's name, because real talk, he should be the coach of the year. And Brian Gutekunst should be executive of the year. I don't know if there's ever happened where like one team had like 3 or 4 or like, you know what I'm saying, like 3 or more of the end of the year awards. You got the Walter Payton Man of the Year award. You got the Defensive Player of the Year award, which needs a name, okay? You have the Most Valuable Player of the Year award, which also needs a name. And you have the Coach of the Year award, which also needs a name. Hint, hint, John Madden. You have the Defensive Player of the Year award, and then you also have the Offensive Rookie of the Year award, and you have the Offensive Player of the Year. That's 8 awards. Now, I wonder how many teams have ever taken home maybe 3 or more of these awards. 2 I can see happening, but 3 would be really special, I feel like. And this year, I think the Packers could legit take home MVP. They could legit take home Executive of the Year. They could legit take home Coach of the Year. And they could legit take home, well, defensive player, that's going to definitely go to Marcus Parsons. Yeah, that's about it. And Jamar Chase. Yeah, that's about it. I think those 3 they could legit take home. But LaFleur was asked this week about whether he was going to start his players in green against the Lions, and this is what he had to say.
Matt, when you were talking about whether or not you're going to play your starters, how do you make sure that you don't go too overboard with playing the starters in a game that might necessarily mean anything, but still getting guys reps that they don't get so much rust before the playoffs?
Well, I have a hard time going into any game saying it doesn't mean anything. I think every time you go out there, you're trying to perform your best. So all our guys that are playing, which is the majority of our team, they got to go in with the mindset that they're going to play the entire game. As far as where that goes and if and when we decide to pull some guys, it's going to be a totally kind of more of a feel type thing than having a concrete plan going into this thing. The message to our team, and this is the way we truly feel, is we're going to Detroit to win a football game. And we know that Detroit's been really tough in their last 2 home games. They beat Minnesota right at the end of the game, and then, I mean, they put a pounding on Arizona. And it's not a secret as to why, because when you cut on the film and you watch these guys play, they play very physical and they play very hard, and we know that they're going to do that for 4 quarters.
I absolutely love that response by Coach LaFleur, man. And I think one thing I've noticed over the course of these, 19, 20, 21, 3 years with this dude, right? It's so funny because it feels like it's been like longer than that. But over the course of the 3 years with Coach LaFleur, he has really matured. I mean, like, a lot of people, I think in the media, don't give him enough credit for how he has, matured from an offensive coordinator having his first starting job in the NFL as a head coach for, you could argue the most historic franchise, one of the most historic franchises in all of sports, not even just the NFL, but all of sports, and everything that this, the history and everything this team means, and the standard of excellence and being title town and championship or bust, really every year is that mentality. It's not just easy to come in and assume that mantle and to like take that up. But one thing from the day one is like LaFleur has always impressed me in his press conferences with his answers. But like as he's gotten more comfortable with his role and just being the head coach and, I guess trusting his gut and everything like that more often. And I feel like last year in the NFC Championship game really taught him a valuable lesson about trusting your gut that, hopefully he won't ever have to learn again. But I love the way I love his mindset. And I think the team really gravitates toward that, and I feel like he's really been able to mold this team into like how he thinks. And for him to be like, look, we ain't looking past the Lions. They play us tough. They played us tough ever since I've been the coach. Shit, they even beat us one year. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like we ain't out here taking the Lions lightly. They've always played them tough, especially under LaFleur. And to say like, straight up, we're going in there to win that game, even though there's nothing on paper on the line. Like, we don't want to lose to no division opponent in the last game of the season. That's a bad taste in your mouth to go into the playoffs, like losing to a divisional opponent. So, man, and for him to be like, look, man, the guys who are going to be in there need to be expecting to play to win. And, like, we ain't holding no punches. We ain't doing 95%, 99.9%, nigga. We going 110%. And I love it. I love the attitude. I love the mindset. And I just love his response to this question. And really, I love them playing the players. I've always been a play your guys kind of a person, kind of a fan. I don't care if you you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really care if you got the number one seed. I don't care about any of these other things. Like, play your guys. Don't let that rest. Don't let that complacency set in. And don't break routine. Like, a part of the reason that you got to this place is because you've had a routine that's been working. And that involves playing every damn week, with the exception of the bye week. But that's like in the middle of the season, all that shit. And you got a bye week coming up. So they don't need any extra rest. Now, do I expect Aaron Rodgers and everybody, all of the starters, the number ones, to play the whole game if they're up by multiple scores or whatever the case may be? Nah, I don't expect that. I think this could be an opportunity for us to see more Jordan Love and to see more of these fourth and fifth year receivers who are about to come up on contracts, like a St. Brown, like Taylor, and DeGuara getting more time, like all these guys, like so. And those guys getting time with Jordan Love, and for us to see Jordan Love sort of, get not just at the end of a game, maybe hopefully by like halftime or like the full fourth quarter or something like that. I really hope that the Packers can come out, handle business, put this team away early like they did the Vikings, be up by 20, 21, 24 points. Let Jordan Love come in and let's see what he can do and build on what he did last week. He did some good things last week. I mean, he was only completed 2 of his passes. He only threw 4 passes, but it's like maybe we can actually get to see more of Jordan Love this week. And I would be excited to be able to do that. And, I think that it's a high possibility. It's a very likely. I think it's very likely that could happen because just the way that the end of the year is shaping up and a lot of the conversation around this MVP talk and the fact that Rodgers has been vocal about wanting to win his 4th MVP because 4 is special. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I want to thank you for listening. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can also find me on Twitter at Godchild, first of his name. That's GDCHYLDFOHN. And you can also find me on Instagram at what's_packing. Okay? And of course, don't forget to follow me and subscribe to my channel on Twitch twitch.tv/GDCHYLDT. Okay? Until the next show, go Pack, go, and remember, ladies and gentlemen, the Bears still and forever suck. Peace.